But that all changed, of course, and their attitude changed with their surrender in World War II, and then they embarked on a different path. So, regarding the energy use, what did they do then, Ty?
Well, as you put it, they basically ransacked the entirety of the Western Pacific for oil, amongst other resources. And when that unstoppable force hit the immovable object of the entire force of the United States Navy and development of the atomic bomb, they switched tactics to just buying that petrol from the US and
Right.
other major oil producing nations. And
Right.
since then, they've experienced several booms of industrial production and have risen to be actually up through the 2000 aughts, one of the higher per capita energy users. Highly industrialized, highly urbanized country that always focused on and leaned on advanced tech.
Right. And so you're talking about, say, through the 70s where they rose in consumer goods and then they broke in a huge way into the auto sector,
And then
which
electronics.
electronics as well. Yeah. And
Mm.
so I recall the headlines in the early 80s where, publications would indicate Japan Inc. and talk about how Japan was taking over everything. And of course, in around the 90s, they stalled. And so they've been relatively stalled since economically. But in terms of their energy, they tried to address this after World War II by building nuclear reactors, didn't they?
They did. And that went really well for several decades, up until the tsunami that disrupted the Fukushima plant.
That's right. Yeah. And
Yeah.
so, yeah, I think they had over 50 nuclear reactors up until 2011 when that terrible tsunami hit them and caused all those problems with the nuclear reactors. And then, due to public support, the Japanese government pretty much shut down all of them or most of them. And in fact, they haven't really turned on. They're in the process of it and they've turned on some. But from what I've read, there are maybe about 30, 33 that are targeted to be turned on, not all of which are turned on at current.
Yeah, as it stands right now, they experienced a shift kind of like France and Germany, medium-sized economies that were going the direction of nuclear and then backed off after popular mood shift on the topic. This happened after Chernobyl, of course, in Russia in the 80s, and after Fukushima in Japan in the 2000s.